Good morning. It is Thursday, and the sun's not up yet. I've been up for a while, and I just been on YouTube watching stuff on Two Spirit and just learning. That's what's awesome about technology. You can learn so much. And I just had a thought, and it's gone. What was I thinking? Oh, how a lot of my ancestry has been lost to history. All the slavery and the way they kept records back then. It was like, you were you were black before you were anything else. So on the old school records it just says, Negro. It doesn't have ancestry. And talking to my family and stuff, I've learned that I'm Siksika on my mom's side. That's Blackfoot. And Cherokee on my dad's side. And I'm like, we don't we don't have history like that, because basically it was like just society just kind of says you're black before anything else, and things get lost over generations and generations. And my thought was, my mom passed a couple years back, and my dad's still alive. We're not close. He doesn't respect my boundaries, and I don't put up with that. And I wish we were closer so I can learn about my Cherokee ancestry on his side, because, things get passed around through generation and generation through talking and learning. These records weren't kept, and I don't think he was on a reservation or anything. As you can tell, I'm pretty dark skinned. I got my light on, but he's much light skinned. And just his generation is so different than mine's. Like, they had to be like this military, hardcore, like macho guy, and here's me in a dress. And like, I'm trying to find my place in the world. And I'm not trying to find my place, I'm trying to create my place in the world. Because the journey is like, you don't really find your place, you find yourself and then make space for yourself. So that's what I'm doing, researching. I'm probably going to read a little bit this morning on the Siksika people, even though everyone knows them as Blackfoot. And it's funny, I was talking to a friend of mine a few years back, and they're like, oh, I don't think Blackfoot is a real tribe. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And they're like, no, that's what the white people call dark-skinned Native Americans. And I'm like, I don't think that's right. So I did some more research, and Siksika is the name. But it's so funny how so much get lost, because the old generation storytellers were shut off, and like, it's like TV. Someone changed the channel, like, oh, don't look at this, and they get lost. And there's still so much hate among this among your own people, because of the way society was, the way the Americas were forced on natives and African Americans, and just like the Urushas, old African guides, um sorry, guides, making up words, gods and deities were lost to a lot of tribes. And like, I want to study that too, because I want to encompass all my ancestry knowledge. And luckily, with technology, things are on the internet, and you can order things offline. You can find it somehow. You know, we definitely live in a privileged time where we can literally have knowledge at our fingertips. Like, it's ridiculous. I just need to put in the work. and I just need to do it and buckle down. It's really hard to stay focused on learning when I'm battling with my mental illness every day, just trying to remain calm. It's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like for those in my life and knows me and listen to my music and stuff, I'm disabled and I talk about it, and every day is a struggle, and it's hard to like constantly learn when you're constantly fighting. And it's not like martial arts where you can like put it into practice, constantly learning new moves and stuff. It's like, no, my illness, things get thrown at me, and I don't even know how to battle it, and I just struggle, and I keep working on it. So I've been taking a break from my research for a while, but I was reading this one book for fun and totally got triggered in chapter 15. There's only 20 chapters. And I had to put the book down, and I couldn't read anything for a while because it's just like the mind is beautifully, but can easily be broken. But it can be so strong. And the littlest thing can just put a halt on a lot of stuff that I love to do. And it's like so funny that because basically I can totally be freaking out and everyone thinks I'm calm. Um, I can be totally just still and quiet with my eyes closed, letting thoughts come in and letting it go downstream. And those are my happy moments where I can sit and let my thoughts be and just let them be thoughts and let them keep going. And that's my form of meditation. And people are always like, how can you just do nothing for hours? And I'm like, my mind was hectic for years, every day. So I cherish those moments where my thoughts don't pull in a spiral of still water, growing all the sorts of fungus and bad stuff that's not healthy for the fish or anything. So when I have those days where I can just let my thoughts be, I cherish them and I embrace those moments. And I don't know where I was going with this video. I just felt like talking, and you're watching, so I'm trying to upload more frequently. And right now I'm still doing it for my phone because I'm lazy, and I think I need to reformat my memory card on my camera because it's been glitching. And that's what I get for buying a cheapo camera, but hey, it worked well what it did when it did. Now I just need to figure out either save up for a better camera or do something with the one I have. But it's so easy to just turn on my cell phone and record this, put it on the interwebs because, this might reach somebody who is like me, who feel lost from their ancestors and trying to find material to like get back on track to who they are. And that's what's so important about knowing about the Two Spirit community, is that their ancestry and their spirituality is such a huge part of who they are. It's just not a sexual thing or identity thing. It's like who they are. They are the bridge between worlds. We are the bridge between worlds. And it's so weird because in today's society, you're trans or LGBT or straight or hetero, and they all have these boxes. One of my songs, I say, the world tries to put you in a box, but what if you're a star? You need a star-shaped box. I didn't think there was one for me, but actually there is. Be a star. Be the North Star and guide the next generations. Guide yourself. You can learn on the journey to teach. And I always have a philosophy about life. It's all about love, teaching, and learning. If you love learning, it's easier to teach. If you love teach, it's easier to learn. Love is the answer. There's no order to those three things, but if you embody each one of those things every day, you can so live in the moment, plan for the future, cherish the past. And it's just like everyone's on this journey and we're all in it together. So let's lift each other up and keep traveling. With my mental illness, that phrase pops into my head. If you're walking through hell, keep walking. So keep walking. Go on your journey and teach, love, and learn. That's it for now. I'll probably post more stuff. I think it's time for TikTok. I think I'm going to watch a bunch of my TikTokers. All right. Peace.